Fall is officially here, which means a lot of fun fall-inspired desserts. And to kick it off today, we are going to be making a pumpkin spice creme brulee. To be completely honest with you guys, this recipe came out so much better than I was expecting it to when I was developing it earlier this week. We will be infusing a classic creme brulee with a ton of fall spices. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, keep watching. This recipe is ridiculously easy. So in a pot, we are going to place 160 grams or 2/3 cup milk, 348 grams or 1.5 cups of cream, and 150 grams or 2/3 cup of pumpkin puree. And when I say pumpkin puree, I mean Libby's canned pumpkin. Last year, I did an extensive side-by-side canned pumpkin tasting, and Libby's by far was the winner. Out of all of the canned pumpkin that I have tried, Libby's was the smoothest, it was the most consistent, and it had the most pumpkin flavor. I wouldn't really recommend trying to make your own pumpkin puree unless you're super ambitious, because the water content changes pretty drastically from pumpkin to pumpkin. That can add a lot of liquid into your final product, diluting the flavor and may cause splitting. So get you some Libby's canned pumpkin. In this pot, we are also going to add in 86 grams or 1/3 cup and 3 tablespoons of sugar. Sorry that that's a really random amount of sugar in cups. That's because I convert my recipe from grams, which is the most accurate unit of measurement, and sometimes the cup conversion can be really random amounts. If you love baking at home and do it frequently, you should really invest in a scale. It's going to make your life so much easier. We are also going to add in a 1 thumb-sized amount of grated fresh ginger, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of clove, and a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. This concoction is a really nice balance of pumpkin pie spice. If you already have a pre-mixed pumpkin pie spice, you can supplement this with 2 teaspoons of that. So we are going to give this a whisk to combine everything and then gently just bring this to a boil. Like once you see the first signs of bubbles, take it off of the heat. We don't need this to be too hot. Then we are going to slowly pour that hot cream over 125 grams or 7 egg yolks. Save those egg whites and make yourself an egg white omelet in the morning. Bon appetit! I'm totally just kidding. Just save those egg whites and I will try to make our next recipe one that utilizes egg whites. I'm not even kidding. I am haunted by egg whites. Let me show you. This is my current container of egg whites. You guys, I am sick of trying to get through these egg whites. It never ends. I get halfway through the container, boom, I have more egg whites. I am sick of trying to incorporate egg whites in every damn breakfast that I have. There's only so many macaroons, so many financiers that one can make. I'm sick of these egg whites. Anyway, now that we have our creme brulee base, what I'm going to do is strain this into a container that's easy to pour out from. We want to strain any leftover pumpkin or grated ginger out of this mixture so that we can have a really silky custard. Now I am placing my ramekins in a deep pan and I am portioning the creme brulee evenly into each ramekin. Then I'm going to pour warm water about 1/4 of the size of the ramekin and place this into a preheated oven at 325 for about 20 to 25 minutes. You'll know that your creme brulee is done when it's jiggly but not watery in the center. The internal temperature should read at about 75 to 78 degrees Fahrenheit. And now you want this to cool for about 4 hours. You want it to be warm when you eat it, but not hot. You could also refrigerate them overnight and really let all of those flavors settle and melt in. Creme brulee is really nice the next day as well. So once they cool down, I'm going to sprinkle the top with a thin layer of sugar, remove any excess, and gently torch the surface. I'm going to give it about 25 seconds to set up, and then I'm going to repeat this process to make a second layer of sugar. That's going to make this super crispy on the top. I also like to torch mine a little bit further to get a few like burnt bits on the top. I find that the bitterness from those burnt bits really helps to create a balanced dessert. But you can torch it however much you want. There is nothing that is wrong. And then we are all ready to dig in.
Sugar, how you get so
was it for another recipe. You need to stop what you are doing and immediately go try this recipe. Like, I'm not joking, this is a serious matter. This dessert is literally pumpkin pie in a cup. It's delicious. I am a die-hard pumpkin pie stan, so this makes me really happy. The custard is so silky and smooth. The sugar on top is so satisfying and crispy, and the flavor is so unique and balanced. So if you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below some of your favorite fall-inspired desserts, and I might recreate them. Also, do not forget to subscribe. This is serious. Seriously, I'm being serious. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Listen. Ugh. If you don't try this recipe, you are missing out.